And we are live here at the Fight Talk podcast, sponsored by the Fight platform. Check them out for all the latest mixed martial arts news and stories.
Episode number 6, February the 15th. Wow. So yeah, happy Valentine's Day to everyone from yesterday. Well, for yesterday. Last week was also pretty good as well. Sam Alvey, cool guy. If you haven't seen that, go back and watch it. That was cool.
Definitely check that. On the subject of Sam Alvey, just announced his next fight. And he is going to break the UFC record for most fights in a year when he fights Talis Latis.
Yes.
Former title contender, quite a big guy.
Nope.
Quite a big name. He's going to, hopefully that'll rocket Sam up the division.
Yeah, it's not too far away now. I don't think, anyway. Can't remember when he said it would be fighting, but yeah, it's soon anyway.
So definitely check out that. So we're going to straight into UFC 208 discussion. Women's featherweight, the new champion, Germaine de Randamie. What do you think of that?
Quite a weird. First of all, the refereeing was absolutely diabolical.
It was. It was an inexperienced referee, and obviously New York's very new to hosting mixed martial arts. But if Big John was in the cage, if Herb Dean was in the cage, you got to think either the fouls wouldn't have happened or there would have been a point deduction. Worth noting, if there was a point deduction for those of you who didn't see it, in the first and second round, was it? Or sorry, the second and third round. Germaine hit Holly Holm after the bell. The first time rocked Holly Holm and shook her down to her foundations. The second time was very, very blatant, and I definitely would have taken a point. However, interesting note: John McCarthy on his Twitter said that I got to say this right. He says that the end of the round is when the referee stops the round. The buzzer or the horn is the referee's signal to stop the round. So, Big John doesn't seem to think that it was too out of order because the ref hadn't yet stepped in the first time, but the second time the referee was between them. And it's interesting again. If the point had been taken, it would have been a draw.
Yeah, that is a bit of a mad one. Yeah, but de Randamie's gonna go down now as the fighter kind of she was dirty in this fight. A lot of people think that.
A lot of people who are clued in will also notice. So, Germaine de Randamie, when asked about an immediate Cyborg fight, said, I hurt my hand, can't fight Cyborg, I have to go for surgery.
Yeah.
And then the very same day, called out for a rematch with Holly Holm immediately.
Yeah.
So, Germaine de Randamie, in my books, will also go down as the person who does not want to fight Cyborg. Can you blame her? No, you can't.
Cyborg was there as well. We did see her in attendance.
Yeah.
She'll most probably get that next fight. I can't see this taking too long to be booked.
Not at all, but it's a shame. Germaine de Randamie is the featherweight champion, and it's questionable whether she should be. She should have been disqualified. Really, if I was refereeing the fight, which I wasn't obviously, but if I was, that would have been a point deduction or even a possible disqualification because she didn't seem to care and she did it again. It's like with the intentional knees with Tim Means and Cowboy Oliveira. That fight's been rebooked, by the way. That fight's going to happen soon.
Yeah.
But, it's the difference between intentional and unintentional. So, intentional means you do it on purpose. And if you do something more than once, consistently, you're doing it on purpose. And that is a foul. That's the same as repeatedly kicking someone in the groin. In fact, it's more dangerous, because once you've put your guard down at the end of a round, you see people get sucker punched and they get knocked out immediately. They're not expecting it.
Yeah.
It's the same after a round. You put your hands down, you go back to your corner, ready for a 1 minute rest period, and you get clocked. No, that's very wrong in my opinion. Very disrespectful.
It's not even like she was in the middle of a combo at the end. When the adrenaline's rushing, and if you're in the middle of a combo, you don't instantly just stop and pull
It was
back.
when she was dropped by a head kick the second time she fouled.
Yeah. She
got dropped by a head kick and then a middle kick that was aiming obviously for the head.
Yeah.
And then she just got back up, and it was for her. It was more like, I imagine, Germaine's a Muay Thai world champion. Holly Holm is not, and it's quite embarrassing in kickboxing to get dropped by a head kick because you're supposed to be, the apex of technical mastery, and getting hit by a head kick is, quite embarrassing. As you can see by the way, she kind of slapped her head and put her tongue out. Yeah. But that was more like, I'll get you back for that. But the round's ended. You come back next round and get her back.
So for Holly Holm, I think she's going to go back down. I think she said on a pre-fight press conference.
Why though?
I don't know.
At this point, Holly Holm has made money for being the person to beat Ronda Rousey.
Yeah.
At this rate, in the most respectful way possible, Holly Holm is looking like the person who beat Ronda Rousey and could not beat anyone else.
Yeah.
She lost obviously to Miesha Tate, who I was really happy about that. I'm glad Miesha got to touch the belt before she retired.
Yeah.
course you like Misha. Holly Holm obviously then lost to Shevchenko, who was not a named fighter at the time. Obviously getting up there now with a win over the Venezuelan Vixen.
She'll probably face Thingy next, Mana Nunes.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah.
And then obviously she's now lost to Jermaine Durandamy.
It's probably best we just never have her on again.
Jezza de Reza.
GDR.
Yeah, GDR, there you go. She lost to GDR, and that says, that's another fighter who is not really a named fighter to casual fans.
Yeah.
So when, you get a fan who's, like, browsing the old Reddit, and they're like, oh, I wonder what happened to that boxer who knocked out Ronda Rousey, and oh, she lost to these 3 people who I don't know who they are.
Yeah.
Misha Tate, what's Misha Tate famous for? Getting beat by Ronda Rousey.
The fights with Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, and then you got Shevchenko. She's not a known fighter yet, and obviously she's a very good fighter.
Yeah.
But she's no Anderson Silva, no Ronda, no Conor,
no
name that your casual fan would recognise.
Yeah.
So when you get people who Google it, they'll just see 3 losses and they'll just think, oh, what a shame.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's like Anderson Silva, isn't it? Do you cut your losses and run, and just retire on what you've got? Or do you, speaking of Anderson
Silva, co-main was Anderson Silva defeating Derek Brunson by decision.
No, he didn't.
That was a very controversial fight.
It was controversial, but it's hard because I wanted Anderson to win.
Yeah.
But then when the decision was read, I looked at you and I went, what? That's not right.
You can't look at Anderson Silva and just think, oh, he's going to lose this fight. But first round, he didn't really seem to get going.
Well, when he got going, though, it was good. It was just not... It was like he was waiting for Derek to lead, and then when Derek did lead, he was getting good shots off. But it was just... he didn't win. He did not win at all.
Yeah,
maybe the referees, the 2 black guys, they got confused. That one, he won it.
Yeah, definitely. It wasn't even the referees we can blame for this night. It was also the judges.
Yeah.
Because all of these fights, bar Jacare and Tim Boach, were decisions.
Yeah.
Every single fight except from Jacare and Tim
Dana
Boach.
White said it best when asked what was the best part of the night for you. He said the plane ride home.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, he wasn't too happy about that.
Yeah, Derek Brunson said it best. He said he outclassed the greatest of all time and still lost.
Yeah.
But he also said things like the judges were just awestruck by how good Anderson Silva is. And he is good. But if this was your first ever mixed martial arts fight, you would not have said he was the best fighter ever.
Yeah.
You'd say, he's pretty good actually. Yeah, he's not bad. The other guy won the fight though. But you would not say that as the best mixed martial artist to ever walk the face of the earth.
So does that put Anderson in the title picture again?
Right.
He doesn't want to be. I don't think that's his key anymore. I think
he does. He wants to fight Bisping again. He said he wants to fight Bisping again. He just doesn't want to do it in the UK. Because he's like, well, I knocked him out and I still lost. It's like, but you didn't, did you really? You hit him. You hit him. The bell went. He was fine.
Flying knee. Bisping was on the floor.
You lost. Get over it.
And he was celebrating.
Yeah. But yeah, he said he'd like to fight Bisping again in neutral country or even in Brazil. But exactly, I know, right? Yeah, a neutral country or my hometown. But yeah, Anderson. If they announce tomorrow Anderson Silva, Michael Bisping 2 for the belt, a lot of people would be upset, and I would not be upset. I believe Anderson Silva, obviously the greatest of all time, has done things in the octagon that we did not think were possible.
Yeah.
Therefore, he should just be able to. You can just have it to, just give it to him. It's fine, But
I agree. He should have some kind of leeway.
Yeah, he definitely. It's like if GSP can come back for them. Obviously, GSP isn't on just broken a 5-fight loss streak. Yeah. Sorry, say that correctly. A 5-fight non-winning streak.
Yeah,
because one of them was no contest.
Yeah,
but there definitely should be some leeway there. But if you think about it logically, the top 5, Bisping has beat Anderson.
Yeah.
Could Anderson beat Bisping? Maybe. Then we got Yoel Romero. Yoel Romero is a heavyweight squeezed into a middleweight. Yoel Romero would eat Anderson Silva. He would take him down, or he'd bang him out.
It'd probably be the same as how he did it with DC, but
it'd probably be worse.
Silva had some great takedown defense that night.
He did, but then again, it's weird because Derek Brunson did throw around Yoel Romero.
Yeah,
but no, Derek Brunson is not as. Then how strong did Anderson look in the clinch?
Yeah,
fair dues. He didn't look physically strong, but he definitely was. But yeah, I believe Anderson would not fare too well in a fight because Yoel Romero is just a bigger Chael Sonnen. You know, I can't imagine any. If Jacare couldn't submit Yoel, Anderson's not going to submit Yoel.
No.
Then we've got Jacare. Anderson will not fight Jacare. They're like best buddies. Valentine's Day, they're best buddies. They won't fight each other.
They probably even spent yesterday together.
Yeah, they're not going to fight each other. And even if they did, questionable how that would go. You got Luke Rockhold, who he describes himself as a better Anderson Silva. I disagree with that. I disagree with that completely. I believe in his prime, Anderson Silva could do things that Romero couldn't even dream of doing. So there's that. I do believe at this stage in the career, Luke would probably win that fight.
Rockhold did say he wants Jacare next, though. To be fair, he said that yesterday.
But he also said that last time, while saying he was injured and while saying he wants to have a submission match with John Jones. So maybe not. Maybe take what Luke says with a pinch of salt. Yeah. And then obviously sitting at number 5, it's Gegard Mousasi, the Moose. So. How do you think that would? That's a fight that Mousasi was calling for, actually. Yeah. Or is Weidman number 5?
I think it might be Weidman.
Obviously, Weidman has beat Silva twice.
Yeah. Don't know if I want to see a third.
No, I wouldn't want to see a third. But
especially after that leg break, I don't want to see.
Not at all.
Nah.
But Mousasi versus Silva would be an interesting one, I think. I'd quite like to see that.
Yeah.
And then there are some fun matches like Vitor Belfort versus Anderson Silva 2. I'd pay to watch. What else?
Yeah. Vitor though.
The first one was a good fight. Obviously, that was before TRT Vitor.
Yeah.
But and now we're back off TRT Vitor, so I think it'd be fun.
So that put Derek Brunson back to 9th then.
Yeah, that lost, but that means Vitor Belfort moves up.
Yeah.
So there you go. Anderson Silva and Vitor Belfort, number 7 and 8. However, Vitor Belfort's slated to fight Kelvin Gastelum in a few weeks. Yeah. And I don't know if you've seen the pictures of Kelvin Gastelum. Kelvin Gastelum looks like mini Yoel Romero. He's so big. Yeah. He's so big. I do not like Vitor Belfort's chances in that fight.
No.
So that would be. I'll put a downer on that. And then who else would you make? Because if he's going up, it's scary. If he's going down the ranking, it's scary.
Yeah, it's still pretty scary going all the way.
Middleweight division's a scary division at the moment. There's no easy fights. No. And then you've got Talon Slater, who's already fought before. Yeah. Probably wouldn't want to see that. That was a terrible fight.
He's fighting Sam Alvey anyway.
Yeah.
That'll do something big for Sam Alvey.
It was Sam Alvey versus Anderson Silva. Although we did briefly talk about that on the podcast, I would like to see that fight. Obviously, the fight, if I could make any fight in the middleweight division, I would put Anderson Silva versus Uriah Hall. I want to see that fight.
Yeah, that's
I've wanted to see that fight since Uriah Hall was on The Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be a good one.
But I don't know what to see. I think Anderson said he wants to. He said in his post-fight, "I'm sorry, I know I'm too old to be competing, but I just like it so much."
Yeah.
And it was well, maybe you are, but if Hendo can fight for a belt at the age of 46?
Yeah.
So can Anderson.
Yeah.
So I don't think Anderson's done just yet. But if he is, he's definitely earned his retirement. If he hasn't, props to him for sticking around. More on the middleweight division, we have Jacare versus Tim Bosch, the only finish of the night.
Yeah.
And what a finish it was.
Yeah, great finish as well.
In true alligator fashion, he ripped his arm off. Yeah, Tim Bosch was doing really well up until that point, though, to be fair to him.
Yeah.
Stuffing takedowns left and right, landing those good shots. And obviously didn't land that left-hand uppercut that I called for the knockout. Yeah. But he did well. I'm proud of him. But obviously everyone falls to the alligator eventually.
Yeah. Do you remember the predictions we put on last week?
Yeah.
If we're gonna go through this, I actually went 5-0 on this card. Well, no, not 5-0. You got like, how many did you get?
No, you were 5-0 means you were right 5 times. You weren't wrong at all.
Yeah.
So pat on the back to you. Everyone give Josh a round of applause. He did well.
Cheers, guys.
He's got a massive smile on his face now because he's
massive smile.
So yeah, Jacare obviously is the number 1 contender. Definitely 100%. He shouldn't have to fight Luke Rockhold to cement his place.
Yeah.
But he probably will anyway, because he said he's not built to sit around.
Yeah, so. There was I think I saw it on Reddit actually. They were talking about how this guy is Brazilian and he can't. The translators are never ever right. They just change it to make it a little bit shorter. I saw it. I can't remember what it was. It was stuff like he started slating Bisping and stuff apparently in his interview. And
well, let's put this Michael Bisping as a coward thing to rest. Yeah, Michael Bisping is not a coward. He's not ducking anyone. Michael Bisping is having knee surgery. Okay. He's had knee surgery, and there's a recovery period. He's not ducking anybody.
Yeah.
Michael Bisping said it best. Michael Bisping has had the most fights in the. Is it the most fights in the UFC and the most victories? One of the two. He might be both. He's landed the most significant strikes. Yeah. He's and a lot of people want to say he's a legend. obviously we like Bisping, a bit biased, but Bisping is a legend. Bisping deserves to coast and decide he wants to have a money fight, because he's got to retire soon. He said he's getting on a bit.
Yeah.
He's going to retire when he loses the belt. If he wants to fight George St. Pierre for a big payday, he's earned it. He really, really has.
Yeah.
He's only ever fought the best. He fell to Vitor Belfort, but that was when Vitor Belfort was on TRT, and obviously he beat everybody.
Yeah.
He fell to Chael Sonnen. A lot of people, Chael Sonnen included, thought that Michael Bisping won that fight.
Yeah.
And that was obviously back when Chael was an absolute monster tearing through the division.
Yeah.
So, who else he lost? He lost to Vanderlei in a fight that he didn't actually lose. If you watch that fight, it's preposterous to think he actually did lose that fight.
Yeah.
He's only ever lost to top quality competition. If Bisping wants to have a money fight, Bisping deserves to have a money fight.
Yeah.
So then if we move on, what else do we have? We had fight of the night in Jim Miller versus Dustin Poirier.
Yeah, we also had Glover and Jared Cannonier.
Yeah, well
That was
depressing.
Glover. Hello, Glover.
Deciding he was no longer a boxer, he was now going to fall back on it. He does have a second-degree black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, so that's something. But yeah, it was a good fight up until then. It was obviously Glover was rocking Jared was rocking Glover. It went back and forth. At the end of the first, Glover. For a long time there, I honestly thought Jared was gonna do Glover and make a name for himself. But
Jared looked pretty scary though.
He did for some of the punches he landed.
Yeah.
But it was just the takedowns of Glover.
Yeah.
Glover's obviously again he's one of the constant. And then the way he was talking to DC after the fight like they were best mates.
Yeah. Well, they were on the phone together like the night before talking about it. So
it's odd how friendly they are, considering at some point they're probably going to fight each other.
Yeah.
It's nice to see though. It's nice with all the animosity in the world that these people are still friends.
Yeah.
So there's not much to say about that fight. If you haven't watched it, don't watch it. Just accept Glover wins.
So then we go on to the first fight of the main card, but also the best fight of the main card.
Yeah, definitely. It was
Dustin Poirier.
Obviously, this fight was always slated to be a massive fight in terms of hardcore fight fan entertainment.
Yeah.
Dustin Poirier looked very different.
Dustin Poirier looked very good.
It looked like it was his brother that came to the ring or something.
Yeah,
very odd. But he looked very good. Obviously, Jim Miller landed those leg kicks and nearly broke the leg of Dustin Poirier.
Yeah. Dustin
then secured the takedown. That was what won him the fight in the end. They both landed absolutely massive punches.
Yeah.
And none of them went down. It was a very, very good brawl at the end of the first round, which was exactly what Dustin said he was not going to do. Falling into a brawl with Jim Miller, you're going to get clocked and then you're going to get submitted. But he hung in there. Very back and forth.
Poirier though, fair news, he definitely that pain was in
that pain was in great leg.
That leg was obviously was it was horrible.
Yeah, he couldn't walk after the fight. He had to sit down and leaning on Joe when they're doing the post-fight interview. He deserved it though. The judges again messed this one up. I found one of them gave it made it a draw.
30-27.
Yeah, well that's fair enough to me. That's fair enough. 30-27 I could see for Dustin Poirier, but then there was a draw, which means there was a 10-8 round.
Yeah.
Don't see that.
No, I didn't see a 10-8 round in there. Not at all.
No, but who are we to argue? We're not MMA judges. Although neither of the judges that judged all of these fights, they were terrible. Yeah. But hopefully the next New York card is a little less controversial.
Yeah, so this weekend there is 2 fight cards on. We've got Bellator and we've got UFC Fight Night, Lewis versus Brown.
Never thought I'd say this, the Bellator card is better.
Yeah, I agree.
Fedor versus Mitrione against Lewis versus Brown.
Yeah.
Fedor versus Mitrione all day. But let's talk about it. We've talked about this fight a lot because it's a very interesting fight. We've got Derek Lewis versus Travis Brown. What do you think?
We spoke about this quite a lot, and I'm gonna stick to Derek Lewis winning this fight.
Yeah, me too.
I honestly can't see Travis winning this one. If he does lose it, that'd put him 1-4 in his last 5 fights.
Since moving to Edmonds camp, he's just seen a decline. Yeah. This is the trend that is being followed quite religiously at the moment. All fighters move to Edmonds camp and they go downhill in skill. Yeah. I don't see Derek Lewis losing this fight. He's on such. So the way you got to think about it, you can't take Derek Lewis down. No. If you do, he's just going to stand up. If you have not seen his fight with Roy Nelson, watch it. It's hilarious. Roy Nelson obviously is a very decorated jiu-jitsu practitioner. Took Derek Lewis down with the power of falling tree. Sat on top of him, and Derek Lewis at some point just goes, you know what, bad enough of this. Just stands up. Yeah. With a 265+ pound Roy Nelson on his back, just stands up with him, shakes him off and gets back up. So that's the jiu-jitsu out of it. Travis has been known to use his wrestling sometimes. Obviously, Brandon Shaw pounded him out. But at the same time, that wrestling's going to be nullified against Derek Lewis. Then it goes to striking. We know Derek Lewis can take a punch.
Yeah.
Travis Brown, however, we do not know that anymore. Obviously, he took a beating from Overeem, came back and won the fight.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Arlovsky put him to sleep. He didn't even put him to sleep, did he, really? He just beat him into submissive into sweet submissive unconsciousness, stood up. It was quite an odd one.
Yeah.
But then we've got, who else has he lost to recently? Yeah, the Mitrione fight for a start isn't a victory.
That was disgusting.
Let's not talk about that. That gets me salty. That.
Yeah, it was a bit horrible.
Fabricio obviously bested him twice, so it's a shame. You know, Travis Brown was always is going to be remembered as that prospect who nearly made it, but didn't. Yeah. But after this fight, who do you make?
If Derek Lewis wins,
Derek Lewis is going to.
Well, Francis Ngannou.
No, I'd
be happy with that.
That's a step backwards for me. Why would he want to fight someone who lost to the guy he just knocked unconscious in in about a minute? The only thing
I've got with that fight is I like Francis Ngannou, and I also like Derek Lewis, and one of them's gonna have to lose, and one of them's gonna have to go down.
If that fight was to happen, how would you think it would go down? I think Derek Lewis hits harder, but is considerably slower.
Yeah.
Therefore, with the wrestling taken out of play, because unless you've got a super duper stud wrestler like Cain Velasquez, Fabricio, something like that, Derek Lewis can just stand up. You can just decide, you know what, I've had enough of this, and I'm off.
Yeah.
But so that's just that's a kickboxing match then, essentially a Muay Thai match, with clinches obviously. And in that fight, I believe Francis Ngannou would win. But it's fight game. You do not know anything can happen on the night.
Yeah.
So with a win over Travis Brown, I'd like to see Derek Lewis fight the loser of Ben Rothwell versus Fabricio Verdun.
Yeah.
Possibly even the loser of JDS versus Stipe, which has just been announced for the belt.
So we're looking down at the heavyweight division. Fabricio's booked. Cain is injured.
He's not. He's just recovering from an injury.
Injured, yeah. Alistair Overeem booked against Hunt. JDS.
That's this week. No, that's next week.
No, that's next week, yeah.
It's the UFC 209, that.
JDS booked. Ben Rothwell
booked against Fabricio. Francis Ngannou is currently not booked. Mark Hunt obviously against Overeem. Derek Lewis versus Brown. Arlovsky's still recovering, still sleeping after he got knocked out by Ngannou. Stipe's injured. Alexander Volkov.
Stefan Struve.
No.
No.
Got our boy Onlioki.
Olinik.
There you go. The boa constrictor. That's his name. And then Tim Johnson. Weird to think Roy Nelson isn't in the top 15.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah.
Considering Roy Nelson, for a while went around knocking everybody out.
Yeah.
Shame though. Well then, maybe he'll come back. I reckon he will. I reckon he can do it.
Yeah.
But we'll see. So the fights all the fights are booked. So in order to book a fight now, we have to wait to see how all the fights play out.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
So if we move down, what was the fight after that? We had Derek, and then we had who's the co-main event?
We also had Johnny Hendricks and Hector Lombard.
Johnny Hendricks saying that he's 193 pounds at the moment. He's loving life. He can eat what he wants. He can train when he wants.
But who's his last fight? Johnny Hendricks.
Neil Magny.
Yes, Neil Magny. He said he was on perfect weight on the Embedded series. He was eating a mashed big fat steak. Said he was making weight. Went to make weight. Just didn't work.
Right, well, if Johnny Hendricks misses weight at middleweight, that is so laughable.
Yeah.
Right, because Johnny Hendricks obviously natural welterweight. Struggled since the IV ban. He struggled to make weight, so now he's been forced to move up to middleweight. There's a picture of Johnny Hendricks and Luke Rockhold stood next to each other when they were both the champions. And it's they weren't even both the champions. Luke was the champion.
Yeah.
But it's ridiculous that they're now in the same division.
Yeah.
Because obviously Johnny hits hard and he's a great wrestler.
Yeah.
But that power might not translate up a division because obviously Hector Lombard is a natural middleweight.
Yeah.
Hector Lombard's a lot bigger. A lot of people don't know this. Hector Lombard was so good back in the day, or seen as so good. He was brought into the UFC to be a challenger for Anderson Silva.
Yeah.
They brought him in for the sole purpose of fighting Silva to see if someone could beat Silva.
Yeah.
Then obviously Timbo spoiled that party in his debut, but we'll see. But I don't think that power is going to translate to middleweight. I think Johnny Hendricks is going to have a rude awakening because obviously he's a great wrestler, But Hector Lombard, Dan Henderson's a great wrestler, and Hector Lombard threw him around. So
I think Hector's gonna take this one.
And Johnny said if he loses this fight, he's going to retire. But don't read too much into that. He said that in his last 2 fights as well. So we'll see. Then we've got Sam Cecilia versus Gavin Tucker. Sam Cecilia's a name I obviously recognise. but Gavin Tucker's one I don't. So
No, there's not. This card isn't really.
It's lacking star power.
It's a fight night, but
Yeah,
is this
I'll probably tune in late for this one, to be honest.
Is this a fight night where the show is more determined on the last two? They're gonna have to, aren't they? These are.
Yeah. Then again, the fights you don't really know. Like obviously, no one has a name until they make a name for themselves. So we'll see.
It's always cards like this when they don't look as hyped. They always seem to come out with really good fights. We'll have to see.
But
who knows?
Yeah, half of it. Like Cesar Ferreira, the name rings a bell. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Elias Theridew.
You got Sarah McMahon on that card as well.
Sarah McMahon, obviously famous for losing to Ronda Rousey. Yeah, Paul Felder is quite a big name in terms of comparison to the card, but yeah. If you're gonna watch this card and you're not a hardcore fight fan, just watch the co-main and the main. Yeah. They're looking to be pretty good.
So the other card this weekend we have, we did speak on it a little bit before. Bellator 172. That is this weekend, right? Yep, February the 18th. Yep. Fedor versus Matt Mitrione. Josh Thompson versus Patricky Freire. Czech Congo versus Ali Thompson, and Josh Koscheck versus Mauricio Alonso.
So let's just talk about the top 4 cards of this fight are all UFC rejects. Oh, I don't want to say rejects.
Wow.
Yeah.
Harsh, man.
Well, Josh Thompson, he's not a reject. He left in the top. He left on the top. He left because Bellator was more money. Josh the Punk Thompson KO'd Nate Diaz with a head kick.
Yeah.
Only man to finish Nate Diaz via KO, as far as I know. Josh Thompson's a great fighter. Patricky Fiera has a funny name. But if it comes down to great fighters versus funny names, I reckon Josh Thompson's got this.
Yeah.
Then we've got Czech Congo, obviously the UFC heavyweight, who was always good but never great.
No.
Beat Crow Cop in a weird fight, but then obviously got KO'd by everybody and their mum. Obviously Roy Nelson took him out. Bloody Mark Hunt took him out. It was a weird one for Czech Congo. Then you got Josh Koscheck, obviously. And when I say the UFC reject, I mean it. When I say Josh Koscheck lost his fights. Obviously, the original, you got to give him respect. He was around back when the UFC was scary.
Yeah, he was on
the
very first Ultimate Fighter, which was insane. That was a great Ultimate Fighter. No rules, anything happened. It was great.
It wasn't a no rules. It was just like the elimination process was different. It was, like they do like challenges where they had to like row a boat across a desert with no water.
Yeah.
No,
they were so good.
Yeah. No, obviously, so that says a lot, doesn't it? The way Bellator's building themselves up is like the UFC OAP organization. So anyone who was in the UFC comes to Bellator and becomes like a semi-star.
Yeah.
So let's talk about it. Fedor versus Mitrione. You can't. Excuse me. You can't bet against Fedor.
No,
you cannot.
We spoke about this quite a few times now on the 6 podcasts we've done, but but it doesn't change. Fedor's my man.
Yeah, it's got to be. Mitrione looks good sometimes, but other times he doesn't. He's a bit hit and miss. But in his first fight in Bellator, he got leathered. He got absolutely smashed and then came back to win it.
Yeah, I do remember.
We'll see. But I've got Fedor in this. Josh Thompson, again, obviously a former title contender. He's got knockout power. He's a very well-rounded fighter. Josh Thompson over the person with the funny name. Has to be. Then we've got Czech Congo versus Ollie Thompson. Ollie Thompson is a name I do know. I've seen him fight before. Ollie Thompson is decent. Czech Congo is better. Yeah. Czech Congo obviously trains with Rampage. Czech Congo, again, just all-around very, very decent fighter. Yeah. In Bellator, he'll shine. He's already obviously lost to King Mo, unfortunately. Yeah. But, King Mo's pretty good, I guess.
Ollie Thompson, our boy from, obviously from around here. But, Czech Congo, I think, is going to take this.
Yeah, obviously. Weird to think that we could have Ollie Thompson versus Fedor if that fight had gone the other way. Yeah. It'd be an odd one.
Yeah, it would.
But, then we go down, we've got Josh Koscheck versus Mauricio Alonso. Josh Koscheck's debut in Bellator. So the real question is Josh Czech?
Josh
Czech.
Czech.
That's his new name, Josh Czech. Is he going to bring his trademark bubblegum hair into the fight?
I hope so.
Yeah, me too.
What's he gonna cut? Imagine if he came out bald.
It's like his thing, isn't it? His bubblegum hair.
Yeah, it's
Honestly,
cool.
that I'd love to see a Paul Daly Josh Koscheck rematch.
Yeah.
That would be so good.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see. I think Josh Koscheck is better than the average Bellator fighter. But I said that about Ben Henderson, and look at where Ben Henderson is now.
Yeah.
Ben Henderson is in a bad way.
Yeah. So the next thing we've got to talk about is Brock Lesnar notifies the UFC of his retirement from MMA.
Again.
Yeah, pretty much again. He was one of the 33 fighters the UFC took off UFC.com. I think it was yesterday or the day before, I can't remember. USADA have also said that he's been taken out of their pool of fighters. So
it looks like it's it for Big Brock, but
yeah.
Can't say he didn't have a good career, really.
No, he was the champion, man.
Come in, beat, was it Ming Soo Kim, the judo legend? In his he's actually supposed to fight the Korean giant. I can't remember his name. Big 6'11" giant guy who's in freak show fights a lot. But obviously he pulled out. Sharkman, I believe his nickname was. He was a judo guy who was decent but never great. Lesnar came in and battered him. Obviously then he came in and nearly beat Frank Mir but was finished. Then he went on to fight Heath Herring, and in one of the most spectacular punches ever, made Heath Herring do a roly-poly into the cage and then tackled him.
Yeah.
And obviously won the bout from Couture, defended against Mir, defended against the unbeaten Shane Carwin. A lot of people overlook that fight. That is insane.
Yeah.
Of all the people that Shane Carwin fought, he fought Gabriel Gonzaga, Frank Mir, couldn't beat him, but Brock Lesnar beat him.
Lesnar, yeah.
And then the only other person to beat him was JDS. Obviously, Brock coached the Ultimate Fighter as well.
Yeah.
Now, these are all accolades. These are really... Obviously, then the losses to Overeem, Kane and Mir is only 3, which are all former UFC champions. It's crazy.
You can't go in and say, oh, Brock Lesnar didn't do a great job.
You can't, because you can't.
He was the champion. That's not something that just happened.
A lot of people's argument to that is, but he was given the title shot. Yeah, he did. He got given it. It doesn't. Everyone gets given a title
shot.
Yeah, you don't. He earned it. Obviously, it's because of his fame in WWE that he made it.
Yeah.
So quickly. But the point being, he beat people that no one else could beat.
Yeah.
And when you watch that Cain Velasquez fight, please watch that fight again. It is not how you think it went.
No.
Because Brock Lesnar was the first person to take Kane down.
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar got on and took his back. Brock Lesnar was landing decent shots.
Yeah.
Kane caught him. It wasn't a one-sided domination. Kane caught him.
Yeah.
And, it's because after Kane beat Lesnar, Kane was the champion for a long time. No, he wasn't. I tell a lie. He got beat by JDS immediately.
Yeah.
But after that, Kane was champion, and he looked like one of the best ever.
Yeah.
So
Lesnar did get suspended, didn't he, for 1 year after he tested positive for a few banned substances. Do you think this would be the right time for him to retire? He's got a lot of things going on in WWE.
Well, Lesnar is an enigma. He's a very, very strange little dude.
Yeah.
Little. He's a multi-millionaire. He makes so much money with WWE for what he does. It's incredible. But the reason he went back to the UFC was not for money. It was to see if he could do it.
Yeah.
Who in their right minds wants to fight Mark Hunt to see if they can do it?
Yeah.
I don't. I don't think there is an amount of money you could pay me to fight Mark Hunt.
No.
Mark Hunt, I have nightmares about Mark Hunt. He's scary.
He is a scary dude.
And Brock Lesnar just woke up one day and went, you know what? I'm going to see if I can beat that guy up.
Yeah.
And just went and did it. Obviously, he made a lot of money doing it. But
he made 2.5 million, which was then he was fined 250,000. It doesn't really affect it, does it?
Pocket change to him. But yeah, he didn't need the money. He didn't need the fame. Brock Lesnar's a household name.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. Who wakes up one morning and thinks, you know what, I'm going to go and fight one of the scariest little dude for Mark Hunt is correct. Scariest little dudes in the UFC. What if he'd have lost? How does it WWE image have been affected?
I know.
It was a gamble by Vince McMahon as well. Brock Lesnar told a funny story actually. They said, how did you convince Vince to let you fight Mark Hunt?
Oh.
He's like, well, I told him, right, old man, I want to fight in the UFC. What are we going to do, arm wrestle for it? And Vince went, yeah, okay. And arm wrestle Brock Lesnar. No, that's crazy. But
not the first time he's retired though, is it? He also called it quits following a loss to Alistair Overeem in 2011, I think it was.
Yeah, it was New Year's Eve.
Yeah, and then he just went back to WWE after signing a new deal. So.
Well, we might see him back, but obviously he's I think just over 40 now, isn't he, Lesnar?
Yeah.
So I don't know. If he wants to come back, I'd like to see him come back.
Yeah,
I love
wouldn't
watching
mind
Brock
him.
Lesnar.
Yeah.
Play. Brock Lesnar, for those of you who don't know and didn't hear our first podcast, Brock Lesnar paid for my driving test. I put a tenner on Lesnar to win that Mark Hunt fight by decision, and he went ahead and did it, and I won a lot of money.
Yeah. Yeah, we both did, didn't we? We both put a bit of money on him for winning that.
Yeah, and so I love Lesnar. I like watching him in WWE. I like watching him in UFC. Yeah, I just like watching Lesnar overall.
Yeah. Cool. So we're gonna have a look at what story's going on for a little bit longer. Well, if I can find the page.
Conor McGregor requests rehearing in Nevada for the disciplinary case about throwing water.
This is stupid.
This is weird.
So
So Conor McGregor, who claims himself to have more money than sense, obviously, he's essentially going back to Las Vegas to try and appeal this decision to fine him $150,000. Now, Conor McGregor famously said, "I get fined more than these bums get paid." So if McGregor has as much money as he says he has, surely this is just pocket change.
yeah.
And it's unnecessary.
So he doesn't want to pay this. This is nothing to him. But he doesn't want to pay the fine. Also, he said that he's never going to fight in Nevada again. So why does it matter?
Oh, I don't know what to say about McGregor.
Just pay the fine and leave it. If you do not want to fight in Nevada again.
Let's look at the evidence. Did you throw them? Yes. You hit a child with the water? Yes. Then you deserve to be fined. You are an athlete, a professional athlete. You have to act in a certain decor.
Yeah.
You can't do things like that.
No.
And obviously, Conor makes more money than I can even picture. So, it's pocket change to it. I do not understand it. Conor could buy Ireland if you listen to the amount of money he has.
Yeah.
If you listen to what he says.
Yeah.
So, it's a weird one. I personally don't. I hope they don't listen to him. It's such a stupid thing to do, is get into a water bottle fight at a press conference.
I know, it was quite a crazy... It was just weird, wasn't it, how it all kind of happened.
It was so uncalled for.
Dana was like, "Conor, don't throw that bottle."
"Conor, don't throw that fucking bottle." And then Glover's just laughing. I do remember that one. Then we've got, obviously, this Yoel Romero thing with Bisping setting him up a GoFundMe page.
That was crazy. And he put a lot of effort into him. Fair news to him.
Yeah, and it's so much fun. If you read the description in Romero's voice, it's so much better.
Yeah.
And then some guy donated $80.
Yeah. Why? It's not like he's going to get it back.
So for those of you who are out the loop here, Yoel Romero set up a GoFundMe page for Michael Bisping to pay for his medical and retirement costs after Yoel beats him. So now, if I wasn't before, I am so on the side of Bisping. I would love to see Bisping beat Romero now.
Even more so after he's done this kind of thing. After he's gone and done this.
It's so silly. Everyone's disrespecting Bisping, that he's ducking them, he's doing this, he's doing that. Like we said earlier, Bisping has just had knee surgery. He's not going to limp to the cage and fight. If you want to fight the champion, you fight the champion.
Yeah.
And the champion's good and ready. And the champion is not good and ready yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not like he's ducking. Obviously, 204. Where are we now? We just had 208.
Yeah.
Good God, man. Leave him alone. Let him have some time.
Meaning, the next one is Woodley Thompson 2, Nurmagomedov Ferguson.
Looking forward to that.
UFC 209, just reading here now that they have already assigned the referees for this card.
They hand them out quite a while in advance.
Which is, but it's a good thing to know that we're going to get some, proper referees.
Who's refereeing the main event?
So, John McCarthy is doing the Stephen Wonderboy Thompson versus Woodley, which
we've got someone decent up there.
And then we've got Herb Dean doing the Khabib and Tony Ferguson fight.
Oh, good. So as long as we've got decent refs this time.
But we've also got Arsar Overeem and Mark Hunt as well, haven't we, that night? So
yeah. There's also Rashad Evans making his middleweight debut.
Yep.
And groovy Lando Veneta.
Can't
wait for that. Lando Veneta is a future champion. He's so good. So yeah, we've got a good couple of fights coming up.
Yeah.
Definitely looking forward to 209, one of my more excited. I'm quite excited for it.
Yeah.
And what about Joe Rogan talking about that he shouldn't have said that Ronda Rousey could beat half the bantamweights? I think that was very, very... I respect Joe Rogan for owning up and saying, that was my bad.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah.
I apologise. Because it wasn't true.
Yeah.
I remember back when we used to train all the time, we had we used to have this discussion all the time that Ronda Rousey could launch us, and I used to dispute that vehemently. No, she could not. And now I can hold my head high because not only, I'm not a little guy for a start.
No.
And no, I do not believe that. And now that even Joe Rogan's come out and he was the guy who started it all, and he said, I was wrong. I held my head high that night.
Yeah. So, apart from that, I don't think there's literally anything.
There's not much going on in MMA this week, unfortunately.
Next week we'll be able to speak about. We'll obviously
we'll have
the
a lot of fight
results.
cards to talk about, and hopefully we'll have some more developments.
Some upcoming ones as
Anderson
well.
Silva will probably do something weird in the week.
Yeah.
Conor McGregor will make another outcry. It's going to be a crazy week. Stay tuned.
Yeah.
Right, so that is us from the Fight Talk podcast, and we will see you next week, ladies and gents.
Yes, we will indeed. We'll see you then. Thank you so much for listening, guys. We'll see you next week.
Be sure to check out the Fight platform for the latest mixed martial arts news and stories.